So today I was on good old country back roads because I hate the freaking highway. When I'm on the highway, I want to drive 100 miles per hour or however fast the other fastest person is going, and I want to drive as fast as the fastest person on the road. Basically, I want to match the speed of the fastest person, and then I want to pass them. I also get, for some reason, like on the highway specifically, I get really freaked out about like whether or not I'm like staying in my lane. I never feel like this anywhere else. Nowhere else am I like concerned about being in my lane. But I think it's because when I'm on the highway, I see so many people drift into other lanes that it makes me scared. Like, oh my God, am I being one of those people too? Like, so many people start to drift off into other lanes. And so it makes me like hyper self-conscious. Like, I'm like looking, I'm constantly checking and stuff, and then I'm second guessing myself. I'm like, well, I mean, it looks like I'm in my lane, and technically this is like the metric that I usually use, but the road here is like a little bit thinner than usual, and blah 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 blah. I hate the highway. I hate the highway. I have to distract myself by driving fast and pretending I'm in a racing game. Not really. Like, I'm not going like crazy fast or anything. Just matching what the other like faster drivers are doing. So I like to stay off the highway. I like to stay off the highway because the highway brings out an evil in me. The highway creeps its way into the darkest crevices of my brain and says, all right, you're either gonna hate yourself or you're gonna break the law. Pick one. And I'm not about that life. So I was taking the backcountry roads, which is honestly euphoric. Driving through backcountry roads, enjoying the beautiful autumnal trees, the rivers, just enjoying the countryside is usually how I like to go about things. Except for my phone likes to reroute me. Even though I have it marked as avoid highways, it still loves to reroute to like, well, you could save 1 minute if you drive through this other city. It's like, I don't want to drive through the city, bro. If the population is greater than 30,000, do not take me through it. I don't want to be there. But anyways, I'm on the backcountry roads, and these backcountry roads are usually very peaceful. Very like, you know, sometimes you go through a small town and you go through the only 3 stoplights that town has, and you're like, oh. And then sometimes you have to slow like way down, and you're like, oh, that's okay. I get to look at all these small shops. Oh, I never noticed that antique mall before. How delightful. Did you tell it to avoid highways? Yes. But I get to this one part where the left lane ends, and I know that it ends. Not only because I pay attention to signage, but also because I've taken this route quite a few times. And so I'm camping neatly in the right lane, and there's a semi truck behind me, and I drive through a yellow light. Like, I'm catching like the tail end of it. Like, it would be red for the semi truck behind me, most likely, if he slowed down at all. But he did not slow down at all. Instead, he moved over to the left lane and kept going. And he goes further into the left lane, and he starts to pass me, and he realizes the left lane ends. Like 150 feet after that light, the lane ends. And so he starts to move over on me, and I'm like, oh God, do I speed up? I could speed up, maybe. I'm glad I didn't speed up, because if I had sped up, I would have gotten stopped by the car ahead of me. This bright red sedan. I would have been stopped by the bright red sedan in front of me that was slowing down for other traffic. I think a traffic light or something. And I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna come to a dead stop. I'm just gonna lay on the horn as you slow down. My car doesn't have a horn. So I come to a complete fucking dead stop, and I'm ready to like start veering off the side of the road, like onto the shoulder, but I don't want to do that unless like I have to, because it's not a very big shoulder. And the semi truck manages to squeak in, and I was just sitting there so mad. And then in like another 100 feet, he has, or not 100, probably like a quarter of a mile. In like a quarter of a mile, he has to fucking turn off to go to a way station. And I'm like, oh my God. Okay, you fucking asshole. Was it worth it? Was it fucking worth it? It's illegal to not have a horn on your car, bro. I don't want to fucking hear shit from any of you. All right? Sorry, language. I guarantee your guys' cars have stuff wrong with them too. I'm just gonna defend the driver speeding through a yellow red because sometimes we have to do that. But yeah, no, L truck driver. That's four-wheel type driving. Go back. Thank you for the $10. Happy Yoshi Day. Don't get easy, guy. That's a Patero. Thank you for 10. I'm glad you're alive. You're the only thing keeping me sane when my drug and alcohol addicted sister crashed for the 30th time and won't go to the hospital for concussion. Is begging me to pick her up. You should call the police on her. But yeah, so then I was like, okay, I was like falling asleep in my chair. I was trying to get some work done, and I just like instinctively like went for the lever on my chair and reclined and then started to nap in my chair. I was just so tired. I was like, okay, I need to go get a coffee. I need like a real wake me up right now. So I go get a coffee, and as I'm getting this coffee, there's a crosswalk. It doesn't have like the full like zebra crossing. It's just like it's got like the lines on it, like the lines on either side, and it's got like these crosswalk lights that you hit in order to cross. And I look at the lights and I'm like, oh, okay, nobody's there. And then I instinctively like slow down a little bit anyways, and thank God I did. Thank God I did, because this stupid motherfricker wearing very dark clothes is walking across without having activated the lights, and it's dark. It's like it's already pitch black out and it's downpour. So I can barely see, even with my windshield wipers at max speed. And this guy, like, I come to a stop and he stops and he looks at me like he's scared. And it's like, bro, I should be the one that's scared, all right? There's no way you're gonna be able to pay for the damages on my car if I hit you, which it would be your fault. His fault that happened. That is absolutely his fault. Maybe technically in the eyes of the law, it still would be my fault. I wonder actually, is that not jaywalking if you don't activate the light? I've only ever seen people not activate the light during the day. It's always the driver. I feel like because there was a light there, completely dependent on the state. It is, since he wasn't visible. Maybe technically, but good luck arguing that in court. You have to be cautious with pedestrians. I just cannot believe he did not activate the light. Like, it's right there. There's one on either side, bro. I'm a stop guy, thank you. Based in defensive driving pills. Pippa, well, you'll have issues due to you having the vehicle. It'd be both parties at fault. Best case scenario. The light doesn't matter. Really? Pedestrians don't lose right of way because of the light. I wonder if because also it wasn't like one of the crosswalks that have like a bunch of the horizontal lines. I'm gonna Google this. Pedestrian doesn't use crosswalk light. Is it jaywalking? I feel like the light there makes it jaywalking, right? I would think. No? Wait, what actually technically defines what is a crosswalk? Oh wait, technically, it didn't have the lines, but it had like the split that like indicates. Huh. I wonder what the legality of that is. I'll go, thank you. Your NPC encounters are reaching GTA levels of chaotic. Sounds like you better call Saul. I wonder, I don't know. I wonder, like, I don't know. It's cringe lobby. Yes, pedestrians don't actually have right of way to crosswalks, but drivers do have a duty of care to avoid hitting them. The pedestrian being visible and crossing during a green light are factors. There wasn't a stoplight. It was just like a random crosswalk. Like, there was no... Like, it's a light that comes on and flashes yellow. Hitting a pedestrian is a more serious issue than jaywalking. Well, if you're crossing the street in the dark, bro. Like, come on. I'd ask a traffic law / expert. They'd probably still rule against you. Man. Yeah, in rainy weather. Well, thankfully, I was slowing down naturally anyways. But just absolutely insane that there is a crosswalk light right there. And road didn't want to activate it. I don't think she was speeding. I was not speeding. Specifically because I know in that area, there's a cop that likes to camp. There's a cop that loves that specific area, and I was like, all right, time to make sure I'm not even doing the old 5 over rule. Yeah, local camper. Maybe that was him. He looked a bit young to be a cop. Wearing full black clothes at night. It wasn't full black. It was just dark, like dark clothes. Man needs his quotas. In Florida, at least, the law is like, if you see a crosswalk, you're technically supposed to at least slow down and look, even if you don't see lights. Florida man loves to surprise you.